assuming that Sam Darnold is plan B and there's a guy the Niners, they have a plan A, and it's, trade up from 12, or take a guy at 12, or trade down from 12, or trade up from 43, or stay at 43. What do you think it is, and why? Not what you would do. We could talk about that later. What do you think their target is, assuming they have one?
So I think the target is actually between two guys. I think it's going to be Mac Jones or Justin Fields. I think Mac Jones, the fit is obvious, right? Everybody can see how perfectly he fits. And Mac Jones is a good player too. So I think he would fit. Now, I still think because of Mac Jones' talent, 12 and 10 is 12 or top 10 is a little rich, but I'd be happy with Mac Jones anywhere from 18 to 32. But, I mean, that's just my opinion. I guess if you feel that confident about Mac Jones, taking him at 12 and taking him at 18 is not that big of a difference. The only reason I say taking him at 12 is rich is because Deshaun Watson went at 12, and, geez, that's a big talent drop-off.
Well, here's the thing.
Just physical talent.
Tua went 6, and Mac Jones is a better prospect than Tua. I have a feeling that Mac Jones is going to go no lower than – there's been reports to this too. No lower than 8th. I think that Carolina would take him.
Yeah.
And I think if the Niners were to get Mac Jones, most likely they'd have to trade up with Detroit to 7. The trade up that Mel Kiper had him doing for Justin Fields,
7.
I think it would be for Mac Jones. Do you think that they would give up assets, multiple assets, to get Mac Jones?
So that depends. It depends how much they think the difference is. The reason I put up Justin Fields too is I think the QB collective thing is real. I mean, Javi's put the entire Niners Twitter on the map. I think QB collective owes Javi like some sort of marketing compensation because I think they've never been retweeted. Like at this point, if I'm the QB collective social media manager, I'm just trying to tweet out as many clips of Kyle Shanahan at QB collective as I can, just because I know like millions of Niners fans are going to tweet it out because of what Javi has created for them in terms of a brand with Niners. But I think that thing is real.
But don't you think that – do you really think Chris Sims and Kyle Shanahan would differ so much in their opinions of a player?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Chris Sims thought who was the best player in the 2017 draft.
Well, I mean, we're not necessarily sure that Kyle downgraded Patrick Mahomes. He just didn't do his homework and was focused on Kirk Cousins. I mean, he never came out and said, I didn't like Patrick Mahomes. That guy was a bum.
He can't say that.
He never said that. So we don't know. We don't know that he like trashed him or gave him some bad review. We just don't know.
But we do know from everything every insider who has any sort of insight has told us to Kyle Shanahan. They don't tell you that Kyle Shanahan doesn't like Patrick Mahomes or Kyle Shanahan doesn't like Deshaun Watson. He feels he can win with any quarterback and he just needs a guy to execute his system, which tells you if you watch Patrick Mahomes also play at Texas Tech, I mean, unfortunately, they didn't have a lot open with this system too. So he had to make a lot of plays like just out of the offense where he would just run around and throw a 70-yard throw that only he could make and stuff like that. So I
just got to say, my gut feel here is that Kyle and Chris Sims agree on Justin Fields, and I base that on 100% of nothing. I'm just saying gut feel. But let's keep going.
Yeah, but
I mean, you think Mac Jones?
Let me rebut the point with Kyle and Chris Sims real quick. So the example, if you remember on the roundtable, somebody brought up Brandon Ayuk. So I think there's one thing that's actually been being missed in translation with the Brandon Ayuk situation. Yeah, Sims didn't mention Ayuk to the 49ers because he knew Kyle liked him. But Sims also said that he didn't think Ayuk was one of the 5 best receivers in the draft. He liked KJ Hamler, T. Higgins, I think. I know he liked Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, and I think it might have been Ruggs, somebody else. But he liked those 5 as the best receivers in the draft. So it wasn't like he agreed with Kyle that Ayuk was a top 2 receiver in the draft. He just didn't mock him to the 49ers.
But he didn't dislike Ayuk.
But there's a difference between liking Ayuk as a top 7 receiver in the draft and liking Ayuk as good as CeeDee Lamb.
He was extremely critical of Justin Fields in very specific ways. Not a good short thrower, bad mechanics.
He never did an in-depth on Ayuk, if that makes sense. Because Ayuk wasn't one of the 5 players
in depth on Justin Fields. I was like, wow. And I feel like, but anyway, we're getting bogged down. The question is, do you think they're going to end up with Mac Jones? Yes or no?
No, I think Mac Jones is going to end up going in the top 10.
Okay, we agree with that. So Mac Jones is off the table. So Mac Jones, let's say Mac Jones goes 8 to Carolina. What do the Niners do now? What's the next move?
So I think if Justin Fields is there at 12, you just walk Goodell there and you take Justin Fields. If he's not there at 12, you trade down, and whoever you like better between, I know your guy Kellen Mond, he's gotten a lot of buzz. I mean, who I think I like Trey Lance a tad better, but I think Mond is safer because Trey Lance starts are just scary, and Mond starts are very promising because he had the 4 years. But they're like similar to me, so I think whoever you like better between those two, you take. But I don't think you take either of those two at 12. Definitely not for me. I think you would have to trade down.
Okay. So you think the move would be if Mac Jones is off the board, either Justin Fields at 12 or trade down for Kellen Mond?
Or Trey Lance, whoever you like better.
Or Trey Lance.
Whoever you like better.
You don't think they would wait until pick 43 and take Kyle Trask?
I would not take Kyle Trask at pick.
No, not what I'm asking. Not what I'm asking. What do you think?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's their kind of quarterback.
Okay. All right. I could see them trading down for Kellen Mond or Trey Lance. I could see that. I just respectfully disagree with you that the Niners. I think the Niners have but we'll see. I mean, we may never know. We probably won't.
Yeah, we don't. We'll never, unless John Lynch, they do draft a quarterback, then John Lynch might tell us, we had this guy actually number 2 and we got him at pick 12. Look at that. It was him and Trevor Lawrence the whole way.
I'm going to give the Donald Trump shock face. Really? Oh, wow. Okay. Donald Trump, man, he had funny faces. Can we just say that now that he's out of the office?
Yeah, I think we can.
He made funny faces. All right, so we basically think. Look, here's the thing. Let's stick with this real quick before we move on. I think Fields is going to be there at 12. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think Fields will be there at 12 because if he's not, who would take him? Atlanta?
Maybe Denver. George Patton doesn't like Drew Lock.
Maybe. Yeah. But I mean, there's been so much bad press around Fields recently, and no one's really changing the narrative around that. He seems like he's sinking.